Under the cold hum of fluorescent lights, a high-tech lab gleams with promise. Sarah Chen, bathed in the screen's glow, fixates on the labyrinth of data before her. Her focus sharpens, the digital numbers blurring as she zeroes in on batch 37B. The weight of discovery presses heavily as she leans closer, her expression unreadable. A silent tension fills the room, the fate of her research hanging in the balance. The cold glow of the computer screen illuminates a lab, revealing a disturbing spike in cardiac arrhythmias among VitaLife test subjects. The data pulses ominously, hinting at unseen dangers lurking within the seemingly beneficial drug. Each line of code screams silent warnings, painting a grim picture of potential health disasters. The screen reflects a stark reality. VitaLife's promise hides a deadly secret. In the stillness of the night, Sarah's hands tremble as she gathers the reports. The printer buzzes, a mechanical drone amid the quiet dread. The reports stack up, each page a layer of mounting tension. Sarah's eyes dart around, the silence amplifying her apprehension. She clutches the reports, their weight heavy in her grasp. The hum of the printer fades, leaving only the echo of her racing heart. Sarah stands poised, presenting her data, the tension thick in the air. Mark, oozing arrogance, leans back, his condescending smile cutting through the room. The power dynamic is palpable, Sarah's professionalism clashing with Mark's dismissive demeanor. Her resolve hardens, her eyes reflecting determination despite the stifling atmosphere. Mark's office exudes power, the desk a fortress of paperwork, as he reclines with an air of untouchable ease. Sarah stands before him, her discomfort radiating in the charged air, a stark contrast to Mark's calm demeanor. Mark's voice cuts through the tension, a casual dismissal veiled as reassurance. "Sarah, you're new here." His words drip with condescension. "Trust the process," a patronizing shield against the unsettling truth. The chilling promise hangs in the air. These things have a way of working themselves out, a hollow comfort in the face of looming uncertainty. Sarah faces the HR representative, her posture reflecting a controlled unease as she clasps her hands tightly. Her voice, though steady, hints at the frustration simmering beneath the surface as she recounts her findings. The HR representative listens, her expression a mask of bureaucratic indifference as she takes notes. The scene underscores the growing tension between Sarah's earnestness and the HR representative's detached demeanor. In the sterile HR department, sunlight dances around Miss Chen as she awaits her fate. The HR representative smiles thinly, a practiced mask of concern. "We'll look into it, Miss Chen. Thank you for bringing this to our attention." Miss Chen's unease grows as she nods, trapped in the HR representative's gaze. Weeks later, Sarah finds herself in a basement office, a stark symbol of her demotion. The windowless room, filled with stacks of outdated paperwork, intensifies her isolation. The small, confined space becomes a visual representation of her professional exile. Each document, each file, is a reminder of her diminished status and the clear act of retaliation. The weight of her reassignment crushes her. In the dimly lit basement office, Sarah hunches over a wooden desk, her workspace illuminated by a single lamp. The scent of old paper and dust hangs heavy in the air as she meticulously documents every detail in a worn, leather-bound notebook. Her brow is furrowed in concentration, each interaction, threat, and retaliation recorded with unwavering focus. The scratching of her pen against the paper echoes in the stillness as she continues to write. Sarah sits alone, her movements precise as she consumes her lunch under the sterile glow of the fluorescent light. The cafeteria hums with a mechanical monotony, amplifying Sarah's solitude. David shuffles into view, his lab coat slightly askew, his face a roadmap of years dedicated to science. He approaches Sarah's table, his presence a stark contrast to her composed demeanor. The fluorescent lights cast long shadows as David nears, a silent prelude to an unspoken encounter. The lab cafeteria buzzes with the monotonous hum of the coffee machine. David leans in, his expression grave, as if sharing a dangerous secret. Whispers of VitaLife hang heavy in the air, unspoken yet palpable. "I've heard whispers about what happened with VitaLife, Sarah," David says, his voice barely above a murmur. He concludes with a tone of shared unease. I'm not happy with what's going on here either. In the dimly lit office, Sarah and David huddle together, brows furrowed as they scrutinize the data. Their fingers dance across the screens, tracing lines as they meticulously compare notes. Shadows stretch across the walls, amplifying the palpable sense of secrecy and urgency that fills the room. Evidence mounts as they compile their findings with unwavering focus. The air crackles with tension as they draw closer to the truth. In his office, David stands amid scattered papers, a storm of determination brewing within. He turns to Sarah, his eyes blazing with resolve. David's voice resonates with urgency. "This is bigger than both of us, Sarah. We have to do something," he asserts, a solemn vow hanging in the air. In the dim solitude of her apartment, Sarah lies awake, her eyes wide and fixed on the ceiling. The gravity of her choice settles around her, a tangible weight in the stillness. The silence amplifies the internal conflict, the decision to go public pressing heavily on her. Each shadow in the room seems to whisper doubts, the weight of responsibility palpable. The room is filled with a